We have plenty to talk about today, so hopefully you bear with me. We have Invest 93W, probably going to see it be our next named storm system, and we have a nice little cold surge underway as well. I do want to note before I get into today's update, just a quick reminder, I'm not an official source. I am a meteorologist, been doing this weather forecast in the Western Pacific for well over 10 years. Just check out my intro video on this channel, but make sure you get those information from those official sources, and always prepare to evacuate, check and prepare if you have those go kits ready to go too, especially when we're starting to talk about these tropical systems yet again. The main points for the update today, still time to watch 93W. It is an interesting area, but it's not near term. Maybe about a week out we could see some impacts. Few scenarios underway, and that cold surge is in place. So let's take a look at satellite pictures, see what we're talking about. Well, there's our area right there. Still lingering out towards Guam, still getting a bit more convection with it. And then you're talking about that surge back towards the east, actually a little trough that's going to start to come in out of eastern China. Really going to be quite interesting. Convection around this area though, our Invest, a low-level center right about in there, passing just towards the south of Guam. Definitely going to be bringing some messy weather for our friends out there in the Mariana Islands as it tracks overhead and off towards the west from Guam into Saipan Monday and Tuesday. For sure a wet and breezy one. Not destructive by any means, but definitely going to be a bit messy. Then this moves into an area that is likely for further development. Low vertical wind shear. We're also looking at very warm sea temperatures for this time of year out into the Philippine Sea. Now this is where the question really lies. When this moves off here, it is going to be picked up by an upper level trough. The ECMWF model, this is by far probably the more accurate model, really continues to strengthen this and pulls it towards the north, away from any major land masses. Yet, there is still debate on the GFS guidance, and I know a lot of people, that's the free one, so a lot of amateur weather forecasters, that's the first thing they look at, and sometimes they don't even compare models. So I've been getting spammed with tons of people, and I'm going to get to that in just a second. Of course, this is very interesting, but I do want to note the cold surge itself, because don't get confused, especially if you're here in northern Luzon with the hype around this Invest area. You might hear some people even over towards Manila on Sunday into Monday say, oh, this is the typhoon. No, we actually got a cold surge in place from Taiwan down towards Luzon. Watch this right here. Here comes the wind. Bam! Right there. It just blows right in. Some areas along the east coast of Luzon could see about 40 to 50 kilometer per hour wind gusts. So definitely some serious wind coming in with that. And the big question is, will that wind destroy our system? Before that gets to that point, it is moving over Guam on Monday and Tuesday. We are going to be looking at those scattered showers out there. So let's take a look at our satellite picture in kind of the bigger image here with our cold front right there. There is our Invest area, and let's get into some of these models, especially with the GFS, because I know that's the things that a lot of you have questions about. But first, this is kind of my analysis. We got two possible tracks here with this area. You just saw with the ECMWF, it has that trough coming through. It wants to hook this guy, pull it towards the north. You got that big blast of the cold surge that would just smush it. On the other hand, if that cold surge doesn't come in as strong as what the ECMWF guidance is showing, it is pretty potent over eastern China. We have a lot of cold air there, so I think it's going to come in strong. But if it survives, it's going to linger here just north of Palau, maybe for a day or two, and maybe by mid part of next week could turn west. That's with the GFS model. I think the more likely scenario is going to pull north, but I know a few of you are screaming at the top of your lungs about the GFS, and I hear you. I just think that when we're talking about over a week out and you see one particular model showing something strong over the Philippines, you have to take that with a grain of salt, because you see the GFS, yeah, it pulls it west, but this is the spaghetti plot. So remember, the GFS, most global models, they're run off of computers. They don't have people inputs, but the data, when it's initialized, changes a little bit. So you kind of get an average of what the outlook could be. Some of that data actually pulls this, good half of it pulls it west, the other half pulls it, or excuse me, east, and the other half pulls it west. So you have to kind of look at this and think, and you can see the center line actually brings it right like that and wobbles it here for a little bit as it weakens, and some of it does continue to carry it west with the easterlies. So it is interesting, and this, when you see this, it's just, boy, loads of uncertainty. We got that high pressure area there that could smash into in the upper levels as well. That's really going to add to the loads of uncertainty too. So the overall steering flow, I know this is interesting, right like that. And that's one reason why I do also think we got to keep an eye on that westerly track, because the overall background flow kind of still shows that too in the upper levels. And you can see my SpaghettiOs right there Watch how some of the energy pulls east and some of that pulls west. So boy, there is lots of questions to be had in the extended forecast, and I for sure want to keep you guys posted, and I'll have videos every single day as long as you guys will have me. Yeah, that's really the big thing. All right, I do want to show you the local forecast here across southeastern Asia as well. Just kind of bringing up, I have to reach over to the computer and bring up the graphics and all that good stuff here as well. So let's just take, oh, there it is, not working again. All right, let's take a look at Monday's forecast. In Cebu, 29 degrees, partly cloudy. Manila, a little bit of rainfall here on Monday. Well, back towards Hanoi, you still got those cloudier skies in the forecast. Closer look here at the Philippines. Let's do our little flyover. Davao at 33. Nice little warm spot there for you. Tacloban 29, got those showers. Want to keep an eye on this, especially if you are in Tacloban or Legazpi with that background flow by next week. But at least for now, you have your standard easterlies in play. And on Monday, you're starting to see a little bit of that cold surge, or at least a northeasterly breeze across northern Luzon as well. For Manila, few of you have been telling me my dates were off, so I fixed it finally. Wednesday the 1st, you got partly cloudy skies, showers on Monday and Tuesday, and then you got that cold surge coming in the latter part of the week, definitely increasing that cloud cover. As always, if you guys got any questions or anything like that, please let me know. If you want to help out this channel, you can hit that Patreon in the link. You can hit the link with the Patreon down below. I spit that out. It would help out a lot if you have comments or anything like that. Yeah, feel free to post them here as well. I mean, I always appreciate it. Always appreciate the feedback, as long as you are being respectful. I had to ban somebody. I never ban people. I had to ban somebody. They're being kind of a little racist. Goodness gracious, don't want that. I know I do a lot of the weather in the Philippines, and like I said, if you don't know who I am, I'm Robert Spetta, meteorologist, currently in the United States. But boy, I spent plenty of time in the Western Pacific on air at the East Asia's largest TV station, NHK World, for a good decade. So yeah, now I get to hang out with you guys, do these YouTube videos, which I have fun doing. But yeah, hopefully they help you guys out just a little bit. So give me a shout, comments down below. As always, stay safe out there, and thanks for watching.